I remember tearing it out to number one.
Original team members.
To do the warm-up for Young Talent Time.
Yes.
And there'd be people from Glen Waverley who'd been gardening all day. Yes. And fellas had been, shoveling dirt around, coming in with their kids to see the show, live to air.
Good fun. Are you sad you're not doing the warm-up for the current series?
No. 30 years ago. But Rob Mills is thrilled to be involved, aren't you, Rob?
I am absolutely thrilled to be involved. We actually, I'm a bit sad hearing that song. We wrapped last Saturday, so the grand final episode will go to air on Friday, this coming Friday night.
Excellent.
It's a very emotionally charged episode, I can tell you that.
So is that the end of the current series?
That'll be the end of this current series. Yeah, we did 15 episodes this year.
Right.
So it's been pretty full on for the kids and a great learning curve for me as well.
And Rob, is there any indication as to it'll be back next year or later on this year?
Oh, you know how TV works.
Yeah,
they won't let you know until you need to know. So.
And then you're not doing it.
Yeah. So look, we're hoping it comes back. I know that the kids are, and yeah, I know there's a lot of people around Australia. I mean, maybe I'm too close to it, but everyone that I seem to meet on the street just tells me how fantastic it is. The episode that young families can all sit around the TV and watch it all together, which I think is the best thing, and I suppose the thing that's been missing on Australian TV. And we're not trying to sell a product or anything. We're just putting on really great talent for everyone to see.
Yeah, of course you are. And you're taking it on the road, Rob.
Yeah, we only have limited time. You know, as you know, they're kids, so their school holidays coming up in June and July. We're going to be doing some gigs in Sydney, Canberra, and of course playing the Palms down in Melbourne.
Very good, very good. You're doing Chatswood and the Penrith Panthers, the Campbelltown RSL.
Yep.
That's very good.
Now, tell me, what was the pressure like living up to the hosting role that Johnny did for so many hundreds of years? Did you feel the pressure of having to be as good or better?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Johnny is what Bert and Graham are to Channel 9. Johnny is to Channel 10. You know, he started up the Go Show all those years ago, and produced that show himself and performed it, and then directed, wrote, and produced Young Talent Time as well. So he's for 19 years. So pretty massive shoes to fill. But he's been nothing but warm and supportive of me throughout the year, and even as soon as I first met him, he's so generous and warm and giving with his advice as well, which has been fantastic. I've learned so much, but yeah, of course, it was very daunting, and I think I learned a lot as I went along, and I think I've become a better presenter, host / almost father figure to these kids because of this series.
Good. Well, now, Rob Millsy Mills, we've got you on to talk about fairy stories. And you're growing up. What your first book was, the first story you loved. Can you go back to that?
You know what? I reckon my brothers, I've got 2 older brothers, and they appreciate this as well. The Magic Faraway Tree. All those books by Enid Blyton.
Everyone loves it.
Yeah, and a lot of Roald Dahl books as a kid.
Oh, yeah.
Roald Dahl books like the BFG was one of my favourites.
The Big Friendly Giant. That's right.
Big Friendly Giant. Do you know what else I really loved about that was Where the Wild Things Are.
Oh, yes.
Which they made into a film a few years ago.
Yeah. Did you see the film?
I loved it. I thought it was a really great look at that book. That it's not so much a kid's story as much as it was an adult story as well.
Yeah.
My children love The Cat in the Hat.
Oh, yes, the Dr. Zeus.
Dr. Zeus.
Oh, yeah. Dr. Zeus. They were tremendous books. I mean, books these days, they come out and within 12 months they become movies straight away.
Yeah.
Which didn't happen. Did that happen? I remember seeing The Magic Pudding being put on as a theatre show, which was a book. But I don't think it was ever made into a film or anything like that.
No, well, until now, you just planted the seed.
In my time, when I was younger, Disney brought out, and I just loved, full-length cartoons of the stories. In other words, we'd go to the pictures and see Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse. Loved them, but Disney produced in the 50s long, full-length films and stories of Peter Pan, Captain Hook, Cinderella, Alice in Wonderland,
Snow White with the original.
Snow White.
Yeah,
they were glorious. glorious things. Dumbo.
Yes. Oh, please, don't call me Dumbo, or Millsy for that
Beautiful
matter.
book.
Now, when you got that little bit older and past Where the Wild Things Are, and you first picking up, I guess, the Faraway Tree and the Enid Blyton books, where did you go to from there? Was it into science fiction or action adventure?
I love the Choose Your Own Adventure books that we had through primary school.
Yes.
We used to be able to, there'd be about 10 different ways the book could finish, and I was fascinated by the adventure of it all.
And
whether you ended up falling into the lava or whether you ended up saving the girl, that kind of thing.
They were fabulous books. I remember one of them, I got in a loop where I chose to go left up a path, and then something happened and I went here and fell off a cliff, and then I was back at the path again, and I went left and I realised I was reading the same chapter I'd read before. But they were fabulous books. I'd forgotten about those.
Well, listen, Rob Millsy Mills, thank you for being with us and talking about your early literature likes and dislikes, and good luck with that young talent time on the road.
Thanks so much, and look forward to hopefully seeing you boys at Legally Blonde when we open in Melbourne next year as well.
Oh, that'll be great.
It's going to be fantastic. But I'll see you guys soon.
All right, Rob, thanks so much.
Good on you,
No
Millsy.
worries, guys. Have a good night.